Hello, and welcome back to the 3UP Moon live stream, everybody. It is Tuesday, February 7th. For you, it was the biggest day of your life, but for me, it was only a Tuesday. We are diving into our regular schedule. As always, you can catch me here on twitch.tv/3up_moon from 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific every single day. Tuesdays are my Friday, folks. So normally I work during the weekend, and my weekend is Wednesday, Thursday. So normally Wednesday, Thursdays are 10 a.m. Pacific streams, morning streams, if you want to catch me there. But this week, we've got an extra day off. We're doing a morning stream on Friday as well. And I'm going to be diving into a new randomizer challenge, the Ancient Dungeon Challenge, which is a brand new mod that came out for the NES Legend of Zelda. I've been wanting to try the randomizer of Legend of Zelda NES because we do a lot of randomizers on the channel, including Link to the Past. We've tried out the Minish Cap randomizer, so it's been something on my mind for a while. And today we're doing episode 39, believe it or not, 39 of our Retro Roulette series using the animal and creature themed wheel. So we've done many more than 39 streams of this ongoing series, but with our biggest wheel yet, the animal and creature themed wheel. This is our longest running of all of them. And how it works? Well, it's pretty simple. I've spent some time curating themed games that all fit a specific theme. We started this off doing games about cooking and eating food and food in general. Whether you're playing an item of food, you're collecting an item of food, or you're trying to save or earn an item of food. And that kind of evolved into different themes. So we've got, of course, today's wheel, which is animal and creature themed games from Atari 2600 all the way up to N64 and PS1. But we also do sci-fi and space themed games, Halloween horror themed games, and monster themed games, as well as games that are focused on training the mind, puzzle games, and games to do with dreams and perception and the mind. So games with the title Anticipation, Separation Anxiety, and so forth, but also tons of brain training games. So there's a huge variety of games to pick from, but you don't get to pick, you just get to spin. If you spin that wheel, I have to stop what I'm doing and play whatever game we get next. That's part of the fun for it, is it's our most interactive stream, plus you also get a hand in kind of stopping me from playing something you don't like, or pushing me into a game that maybe I have never tried before. And I try to give these games an honest shot. So normally maybe I wouldn't play 2 or 3 levels of a game that I found really janky, but with the Retro Roulette I try to play at least through as much as I can, which is cool. Of course, speaking of cool and rad, our first spin today gets us a game on the Super Nintendo, infamous for its title song from 1994. It is He's my real cool Radical Rex. Radical Rex coming up shortly. Stick around. It won't be long, and don't call me shortly. Happy Tuesday, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, of course you probably got here either by finding it on my main page or through the animal and creature themed playlist. If you've been watching and following this series for this long, wow, thank you. Thanks for the support. Thank you to the recent subscribers on YouTube. And also, thank you to the people who show up on the regular, to the Rustiest Shackleford for the recent follow, the Mogwai for the recent follow. We will definitely not feed you after midnight. And thank you to Mike7A for the raid, and Rush Pirate 1 and Carefree Bomb for the shoutouts. We'll be posting a link to our Discord space, which is where you can hang out when I'm not streaming. And we do streams there sometimes. We also have conversations about our favorite comics and video games and game development. So feel free to join. Enjoy some of these chiptune remixes, and we'll be diving in with our first game shortly. Okay, I called you shortly again. I'm sorry. Just finishing up a coffee and transitioning from work mode to stream mode. It won't be long. Oh no, not Radical Rex. He's my red. He's my red. He's my real cool Radical Rex. He's my red. He's my red. He's my real cool Radical Rex. He's my dad. Wait, what? He's my real cool Radical Rex. He's my dad. Is that you? Oh, it is you, Dad. Welcome in. Let me shout out my dad. Thanks, Dad. I learned it from you. I learned it from watching you. Welcome in, Itarama. Welcome in, Mighty Collector. Welcome in, Daryl. My other dad. Everyone's my dad. I'm gonna need to borrow some money from all my dads, please. So did Microsoft get this? When they purchased Activision Blizzard? Who knows? You should be able to see me. You should be able to hear the game. We got coffee. We got yerba mate. Are we ready? Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't. He's my real cool Radical Rex. More action. More suspense. This is like if Bonk was made by someone who didn't know how to make video games. More thrills. More spills. Yeah, that's called death. It's not a spill. And this is 2-player. Ooh, what a time. What a time to get rated. Welcome in, Two-Tone. We just started. How's it going? Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Two-Tony? Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming today? We are streaming some animal and creature themed games, and of course, it is our Retro Roulette, which is an interactive stream. Anyone can use 420 moonstones to spin that wheel anytime you want. And whatever game that we get that matches the theme, I gotta play. Nice, you were playing some Sonic Mania. I've been really wanting to play Sonic Mania because we played Sonic 1 through 3. I listen to the Sonic Mania soundtrack all the time. I used to also play a ton of Sonic CD. So Sonic CD and Sonic Mania are two of the games I want to play at some point on the stream. But if you're new to the channel, I stream around this time every single day, around 6 p.m. Pacific, 5 or 6 p.m. And then on Wednesdays and Thursdays, that's my weekend. So I typically stream from 10 a.m. Pacific. But I do retro games. I do this Retro Roulette series with all sorts of different themes, like food and cooking themed games, sci-fi and space themed games, or even games all focused on the mind, brain training and puzzle games. And they're a lot of fun. We should probably let's get the theme song going one more time for the people who just came in, because we just missed it. The theme song played and then you then you rated, so here we go. If you haven't seen it before, this is our first game of the night. Radical.
real cool radical Rex. Radical Rex. He's so rad, he's my real cool radical Rex. Radical Rex. He's so rad, he's my real cool radical Rex. He's my real cool radical Rex. He's my real cool radical Rex. Radical Rex.
So good. Hey, welcome in, Rokuman Driller. The tubby smug Meowth is precious. Please give them good boy pats. I do really love the Meowths in our layout. We just hit 2 years of a channel, which blows my mind, and we just crossed 800 followers. Two-Tone 8 is actually follower number 50. We did a big celebration when we hit 100, and we usually do big celebration streams. That was 2 years ago now, which blows my mind. Time flies, like it is crazy. So I figured for year 2, or I guess this is year 3 now, we have the tube Meowth on the left. The wacky waving, inflatable arm flailing tube Meowth. Oh, thank you so much for the biddies. I don't have any of my alerts on right now. Normally I have sound effects, but I just turned them off for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out a different solution outside of Streamlabs, which I think would be, hopefully in the future, something to plan to do. Thanks for the congrats, by the way, as well. I also do streams. I do Saturday morning cartoon style streams where I stream over in my Discord space. And also, we have an ongoing series where I'm playing through all the Mario RPG games. So in November, we ended up beating Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. The next one on the list is Paper Mario on the GameCube. I'm really excited to dive into that one. Another game with excellent music. Fickle Pickle Pie, welcome in. Nice. Okay, just 1 second, we'll dive right in. This is the perfect timing because we haven't played a game yet on the stream. We've just been listening to chiptune music and chatting. But you can spin the wheel anytime, so it's one of those things where, yes, I've curated the list of games, but I don't always get to decide what we play and when we play it. There's our Discord. If you are not a member, feel free to join. And let's go. The fact this is 2-player blows my mind. Like, what would the gameplay even be? I am Sethron, and I decree Dino versus Dino it shall be. We mammals will rule one day. Evil Hex, be on your way. Yes, not the Genesis version. We're playing the Super Nintendo version. Lead Ostrich. And so I want to say Lead Ostrich, but I also want to say Lead Ostrich. I feel like Lead Ostrich is a better way. Way to lead. But yes, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Never trust a guy with 2 first names as their whole name. I am Sethron. My parents were very indecisive. I used to be 2 people, but underwent a surgery to become 1 person. Nice. Oh, I had it right the first time. Lead. Nice. Whoa. Welcome in. Interesting. Okay, I am sort of into the idea of the skateboard mechanics in this. I much prefer the Adventure Island skateboard mechanics. Hell, I even prefer the mechanics in Simpsons skateboarding, and that's saying a lot. Oh, that's a spring. Didn't even notice. So I've played the Genesis version before, but this is my first time playing the SNES version. And we've got games from Atari 2600 all the way to PlayStation 1 and N64 on the list. Oh, nice. You can take fall damage. Now, I'm a big fan of Joe and Mac and Super Bonk. Those games are fantastic. This is definitely neither of those. Whoa. New strat. screwed up big time. Come on. Did I say it's Super Bonk? Super Bonk? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, nice. Nice emotes. That's a very fun game. It's got a lot of really cool power-ups. I love the transformations in it. It's got some excellent music. And it doesn't take itself too seriously. It really has fun. The level design, you can tell, is a labor of love from the developers. Trying to remember who made Super Bonk again. Hudson? Did we just miss our chance at the skateboard? Ooh, Super Bonk and this game were your first two speedruns when you started getting into that hobby a couple years ago. Nice. Yeah, I used to play the hell out of Joe and Mac. Super Bonk speedrunning though, yikes. I bet you're probably laughing right now because you're like, just do this. I'm sitting here bouncing around. Is there a run button? Shoot. Okay. That's exactly how I would skateboard, is I would launch the skateboard forward whenever coming to a halt. I am not a skateboarder. Oh, shoot. I don't think those platforms reload, do they? They do. Roasted Wolf, anyone? This game is very maze-like, playing through casually. You never beat it as a kid because you got lost in a couple of the levels. Yeah, it doesn't have the kind of flow that a Sonic game does in terms of the design. But Sonic Mania, I'm really, really excited to dive into that. I know it's not a new game by any means. I bet that was a really fun stream over there. Two-tone splice. Whoa! And we got our famous Stegosaurus McCartney, one of our mods here, just messing with us. I've got drinks here, let's take a second. A little hydrate break. So yeah, this is Friday for me. So, you know, whether you are beholden to the work week, if you're locked into that rhythm or not, I usually do more streaming around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so it's exciting. Transitioning from work mode to a full week of work, actually, which, like, the reason why I have a long weekend this weekend is because I worked a couple extra days last weekend, so it all evens itself out. And thank you so much for the follow, that ostrich as well. Appreciate that. And welcome in. Why do we have to grow up and get jobs and drink coffee and go to work? I know, right? Well, if you want to just hang out and watch cartoons sometime, the Discord link is there. I often do coffee streams or cartoon and coffee streams. And I even, so I've spent over 10 years curating a bunch of playlists on YouTube. It's kind of crazy to say that it's been 10 years, but just curating a bunch of playlists of animations and cartoons and things basically that humans have put together using the art of animation or the different animation techniques we've come up with over the years. And it's an interesting thing to watch because animation is actually quite a young art form. If you really just look at it from the grand scheme of things. We haven't been animating for that long. And I feel like when people say, oh, there's not a lot of stuff to watch these days, it really blows my mind because we have over a century now at this point of footage, animation that exists out there that we put together across many cultures. And I think it should be preserved. I think more people should dive down those rabbit holes, and so I really enjoy those streams. It's just something I'm passionate about, especially like old school animation. Nice. Let Ostrich has a stream as well. You do speedruns and heck yeah. But you love to catch people playing the games casually though. Nice. Well, let's toss a follow that way. Haha, I like the emote. Alright. Now let me know if at any time you need more game audio or less of me or vice versa. Because we will be playing different games from different systems today, so it's going to differ a little bit. Oh jeez. We're still going to get headbit. Oh no, we've been headbit. Gotta make sure Stegosaurus McCartney stays toasted and blazed. I will say the platforming in this is not really that janky. It feels good. But I definitely can see how this could feel maze-like. Oh. Where do you start from? Oh, okay. That's our checkpoint. Nice. Woohoo! Oh. I feel ya. Now, very often you'll see me using save states, by the way. I'm not too serious about any of that stuff. I like to just have fun and revisit the games in interesting ways. Plus, another thing I like to do is play randomizers of retro games. If you're into that, I will play Super Mario World, for example. Or Super Mario Bros. 3, or Pokemon Stadium, Mario 64, Link to the Past. But shuffling a lot of the elements to just kind of add a little extra challenge. I mean, I guess we're making progress. Ooh. Oh, dang. You can't just, like, grab another skateboard, can you? When life gives you skateboards, it's like a box of skateboards, like Mom always used to say. Life is like a box of skateboards. You never know what you're gonna grind. What? Don't even have to fight the boss. I'll take 78 eggs. What could possibly go wrong? Oh wait, that's another bad platformer. No, this, like I said, this is not bad. It actually feels like... It feels good to control the character. Like, I can say we've played many platformers. I've played many platformers where it's just janky. It doesn't... there's like a disconnect between like your actions and the character's movements, and I don't feel that at all. I just feel like maybe this stands out. It's unique. It's kind of quirky, but it's not terrible. Like McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure on the Genesis, which I think is Treasure's first game, one of Treasure's earlier games as a developer. It's floaty. It's different, but it's not a bad game in terms of control or feel. You don't feel disconnected from the movements, but there's many games where I feel that. We don't have any of our sound effects active at the moment, but normally we have 64 different sound effects you can mess around with on the channel. And it looks like Two Tones got the Radical Rex theme song on their channel, which is really funny. Hey, you gotta use the mode 7 somehow. Oh. Oh, that does not look like that was good for that dinosaur. Yikes. The Addams Family games by Ocean, especially on the Super Nintendo. Addams Family Values is actually not bad. It's like a top-down game. But the ones where you play as Gomez and Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt, I'm not really a fan of those games. It feels like a disconnect between the character and the actions that you take, if you've ever played those. I've had to play them many times for this, and also just in general. As a kid, sometimes I would rent a game, like a Genesis game or a Super Nintendo game, and that would be the one you'd have for the week. Unless I wanted to play something I already had. That was what we do. And I remember still to this day biking... I remember it clear as day, rather, biking to Blockbuster to rent Game Boy Color games. I rented The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror on Game Boy Color, which I expected to be good, but was awful. And I also rented Wario Land 3. This is the first time I played Wario Land 3. Instantly was like, I need to buy this. Biked back after a week of playing it rented, and just bought the rental copy. Oh, jeez. You don't want to land on those. And then I didn't really know Wario Land was connected to the Super Mario Land series, and Super Mario Land 2 is one of my most played Game Boy games. But I hadn't played Wario Land 1 or 2. So I went right from Super Mario Land 2 to Wario Land 3. And then I went back and played Wario Land 2, loved it. Such a good game. It's got different endings, different outcomes. Shoot. I'm not sure why I didn't grab onto that. I grabbed onto it the first time. Grandmaster Player 4. Welcome in. Moon. Sometimes you need chaos in your life to understand the code of space. Within another universe. To see the source to one and none. Yeah. I totally feel you. Perspective is a really interesting thing, and obviously everything in context, but perspective is a really interesting thing. It's a lens that can shift. Even when you aren't expecting it, you know? Whoa. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the UI right now that I'm not sure I'm following. Oh, speaking of follows, Grandmaster Player 4, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Now take this follow to feel that code. Thank you. Welcome in. I appreciate that. That was a great entrance. So I can 100% see how this level would have been maze-like as a kid, unless you knew exactly where to go. It kind of feels like Super Ghouls and Ghosts that way. I feel like as a kid I wasn't really always following the level entirely, and the amount of times you gotta play and fail before you get to these situations where you know what you're doing. It's pretty funny to dive into a classic retro game like this, like one I didn't play. And if I was a kid playing this, I would definitely have thrown my controller. Already. We're past that point. Yes! Is that all we had to do? We just slid down too far. He's my rat, he's my rat, he's my real cool Radical Rex. Radical Rex. He's my mom, he's my dad, he's my real cool Radical Rex. Radical Rex. Throw your controller / keyboard or even mouse. The thing is, my keyboard and mouse is attached to my laptop, so I can't throw any of those without end of stream. Here. You didn't say I couldn't catch it. You miss seeing people rage. There's some pretty funny old school rage quit compilations, like from the late 90s. I actually saw one like 2 weeks ago because with work we were all chatting about cheating in games and like multiplayer games and cheaters and specifically how people cheat and manipulate their way up in like MMOs. And then we went down the rabbit hole of FPS rage quit moments. It's pretty intense. It's intense that somebody can let a game consume them so much. Like imagine if like I was almost at the last level of this and then someone like reset my SNES. I wouldn't think it's so radical then, would I? Okay, we gotta change it up. We got tons of games in this list, over 1,400 games to pick from. And when the wheel is spun, the changing of the game has begun. Let's go. Now, this is an ongoing series. This stream today is actually episode 39 of our ongoing series, just using the animal and creature themed wheel alone. We're spinning the wheel and it's landing on game number 715. Game 715, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Ooh. Alright, we're going to play Rampage. We've played Rampage on the NES before. I grew up with that one in my original collection. Love it, love it, love it. I really loved Rampage World Tour on the N64. I used to play that multiplayer a lot. This one that we got, though, is Rampage on the Sega Master System. So we're going to play that version. It's Sega's 8-bit system before the Genesis or Mega Drive, and very often Master System games were ported over or a version of them was made on the Game Gear. So we're going to try this out. We've played many fun Master System games before. Same resolution, believe it or not, as a Game Boy Advance. And a lot of really interesting games on the Sega Master System. One of my favorites, just to recall it, is Deep Duck Trouble, which was it's a Sega-based game, a Sega-developed game rather, and it's a sort of pseudo-sequel / spiritual successor to the two DuckTales games that Capcom made, and you play as Donald Duck, returning a bunch of the treasures that Scrooge stole from around the world. Really interesting idea. 40 episodes left? Nah, this is like One Piece. 92 hours of stream left. Technically, we do. This is my entire long weekend stream. I'm just streaming my whole entire long weekend. Okay. Rampage. We're gonna get ragey, but we're gonna smash windows. Stick around. Oh yeah. Coffee, coffee, coffee. No, that's me. I can't run my stream at the same time and speak as 3UP Moon, but Moondrummer is also my work Twitch channel / not Twitch channel, but work Twitch account rather, who's also my mod. So my setup, got myself my main laptop and my second laptop, and I view the chat on one and the game on the other. And that's just because I'm using a MacBook from several years ago to stream, but I actually do have on my Ko-fi page, we've got a campaign going to raise money to get a streaming PC and just level up some of the little bits and pieces of the stream. After we've been streaming for 2 years now, I've mostly used my Twitch payouts in the beginning to gift games to our mods or to like buy headphones when they break, that sort of thing. But I want to level up and possibly even build my own PC from the ground up. I think that'd be really fun. It could be a fun experience. I know a lot of fellow streamers and friends that have done it before, so I think it could be cool. A cool endeavor. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure, but I want something that can handle newer games. We do very often do Steam games, indie games, or more modern games in Discord. But maybe just something that just has a little more power, a little more oomph to it, you know? I'm not looking to play like the most recent game, for example, but it would be cool to like load up Overwatch 2, for example, and just do a few rounds and stream that. Not too seriously, just for fun. In fact, there's many games out there I'd love to try that probably wouldn't, one, wouldn't run on a Mac, or two, wouldn't really be something we can handle on the current system. But I'm forever grateful to my mother-in-law for helping me get this PC to begin with, my partner for all their support since we started the channel. You've got to upgrade for eventually, but it's fine for now. Yeah, I mean, if you can do what you need to do with your system, roll with it. Yeah, and it's just good to... I haven't in a very long time been able to build my own PC, so I'm excited to give it a shot. Again, let me know if I need to adjust volume. I feel like There's volume jumping all over the place today, so let me know if at any time this is too loud, this is too quiet. I think you should be able to see it. See if we can transition this. It worked. Ooh, these unfortunate graphics. What do they do to to Lizzie? Very different than the NES version. I'm going to turn this down just a touch. That's probably a better balance. Let's go, smash some windows. Yes. All their portraits are rough. George, Lizzie, or Ralph. What? Did we not do that? I'm not quite sure why we can't press start. We can select one-player game or two-player game, but we can't press start. The game's just trying to make us rage. It's not gonna happen. Interesting. Is the audio cutting up for anyone at all? The controls are just not set up properly. All right, we're Lizzie, but it's two-player, so we're just gonna let George stay there. The audio seems fine. Ooh, this is a game that you own. One of the few Sega Master System games that doesn't have the white box art. Nice. Already, it's a little finicky, the controls, like compared to the NES one. So I 100% would rather play the NES one. But then again, I grew up with that one, right? So I'm probably just biased. I mean, Sega does do what Nintendo don't, after all. But if Nintendo doing it, then maybe Sega should... I said Sony, that's funny. Maybe Sega should maybe leave it alone. The audio's fine. Okay, that's just my headset then. Yeah, it's just... You have to be just that much more precise with your movements here compared to the NES one. So I'm not a huge fan of that. That's just mainly because I can't be as accurate. At least currently, it feels like I can't be. Nice. Did anyone play Rampage in the arcade? Growing up, is that something you've ever done? It looks like the Meowths are helping too. I hope so. Welcome in. I know you've been hanging. Yes, that was cool. Oh, this is what they look like before they turn into their animal form. That's funny. She jumped to save herself. Did not quite work. You think you played this in the arcade once, or at least you saw someone else play it? I used to play the game, or the, not Game Boy, the N64 version, World Tour, a ton. That one was a lot of fun. But there was a Game Boy Color game, also called World Tour, that I never actually played. It's probably good. It feels like the perfect thing to bring to the Game Boy Color. Yeah, it's just that much tougher to be accurate with your movements in this compared to the NES version. But then again, like, it's I wouldn't necessarily call that a flaw. It just feels different, and it's just something you have to get used to. Really. Do-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo. Screw banks. Yes. Get tanked. First the bank and then the tank. Oh, come on. This is, like, that's what I mean. You have to be super accurate. Straight out of the tub. Yo, zombie paper, welcome in. How's it going? We're on a rampage. We're just really angry that Two-Tone 8 raided us, and that we got a couple new followers, and that we have to play video games right now. I can't contain it. Finally lost. Oh, what a way to get shot down. Yeah, that's right. The tank just sank. Yes. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Drinking some hot cocoa, nice. You don't normally drink hot cocoa, but you figure it might be nice if you want a bit of a coffee. Yeah, totally. The hot drink experience without much caffeine. Cheers, I got coffee right now. I'm a caffeine. But it's the weekend, I don't have to be up early. Speaking of coffee, Kaiju's coffee. Ripping a toilet out of someone's bathroom and just going for it. Kaiju! I get to be up at 4 a.m. Yikes. It's usually like 6 or 7 for me on a work day. That's too early for anyone to do anything. How do they expect people to do stuff? Do you have a long commute? Poke. So close. I actually thought that was the last life there. We cleared all the San Francisco stages. Is there a final boss to this game? I don't think I've ever gotten far enough. Or you choose to be up that early, 4 a.m. to 4:45. Okay, nice. And it gives you time to have breakfast. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm usually just used to, with most jobs I've had, just getting up and heading straight for work, like, always forcing myself to be in a rush, but when you can give yourself time to settle into the day, have food, usually a good call. It's like proper daily planning. Proper adulting. You gotta give yourself that space. Oh, what are you having for lunch, John? Oh, I'm gonna have a little nice. Cool. Well, I brought some homemade. Nice. Just eating pause music. Battletoads. Nice. I'm on this new diet where you can. It's really been beneficial. It's it's the kind of diet that lets you have your and eat it too. Almost there. I think we did it. Yes. So, I mean, our goal wasn't to defeat George, but we defeated George. Has anyone ever gotten to the very end of Rampage or beaten Rampage? Is there a final boss? Is it just a final city level? I'm curious. Ah, shoot. That's one way to die. In the water. I've never seen that before. Oh, apparently we had another continue. Like I said, I try to give these games an honest shot. Sometimes going until we get a game over, or until someone spins the wheel. And pushing it a little further than I normally would. Whereas, like, even if I feel bored of a game, I'm gonna still give it a little more of a playthrough. I definitely don't feel bored of this. This is fun. He's my real, he's my rad, he's my real cool rad, he's my rad, he's my real cool radical, he's my rad, he's my rad, he's my real cool radical Rex. Radical Rex. He's my he's my rampage, he's my rat, he's my radical rampage Rex. He's my dad, he's my what? Thanks, Dad. Oh shit. What rampages in Vegas stays in Vegas. They better give us like the Vegas Strip level. That'd be cool. Turlet, thank you. I like turlets. Oh. Get out of here. Yes. We gotta go for the bank first again. Lizzie's not a fan of the current financial system. Ugh. Wow. Ooh. That's the tanks I get? After all that? This is the tanks I get? Hey Link, is that you? It's Link. It's Link. Delicious. Legendary even. Not as good as a Dodongo, though. Oh, come on. shooting at us like the sheriff is shooting at us with a shotgun. That's funny. Oh. With the water. She's getting us with the water. That's so funny. Too much time, math. Math mood. Okay. 1 times 0, carry the 2 to the power of 50 over the 625 to the 7 and 7 and the 29, and then 46 minutes. You subtract that from the TurboGrafx 16 and the 18-bit 1986 to the 1988. Cube squared and also sliced. Let's go, folks. We are spinning it up. That's enough rampaging, because, like I said, we've got a ton of games in this list. So let's see what we're gonna get. Let's spin it to win it. It's gonna be game number 545. Let's see what 545 is. It's different every single time we play. And one of the things I want to do to level up the stream is to maybe add some animations, some sort of wheel transition, something like that. Something wheelie nice, you know? 545 is... oh, cool. Now, we've played this one before. I don't know if we've played this version of it, but we have played and beat this on stream a long time ago when we first started the channel. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Hyperstone Heist. Now, that's the Genesis version of the side-scrolling beat-em-up. Very similar to Turtles in Time, but different from Turtles in Time, and we've played and beat that as well on the channel. We haven't played Hyperstone Heist in a while. This is a mod of it, which has enhanced colors, and I'm not sure if it's to match with more like the comic or the cartoon colors, but let's give it a shot. Turtles up next. I'll be right back. Just gonna top up the coffee and be right back. Ooh, yes, I love it. We did a poll last time when I was playing Streets of Rage 2 modded with all the turtles as playable characters. We did a chat poll and had people vote for the turtle that we were going to play as. And I like your thinking, Daryl. Already rocking that name redeem. Yeah, you can totally use a name redeem to pick a character as well. So we're going to rock Donatello first to start things off. And in fact, I think we have a couple of Donatello fans in the chat right now, hanging out. We were asking in our previous stream, the question of the day was, what's your favorite character in the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe? And also, what's your favorite character in the four turtles? I mean, you could include some of the other turtles if you want, but what's your favorite of the turtles? And for me, it's Michelangelo. It's always been Mikey, because it's all about the pizza. And one of my favorite characters has always been Rocksteady and Bebop, design-wise, but Splinter's gotta be my all-time favorite in the whole universe. I don't know, I think in most shows I kind of gravitate towards like the master, the master archetype, I guess, because with Goku and Gohan and all the same characters in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, they didn't really appeal to me, but Piccolo, as soon as Piccolo started to mentor Gohan, always appealed to me. So Piccolo's always been my favorite character. Kakashi in the Naruto series has always been my favorite character, mentoring Naruto, so maybe there's just something to that. We're gonna rock some Donnie for the Hyperstone heist in just a sec here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Thanks again to Two-Tone8 for the raid. And thank you one more time to Grandmaster Player 4, Lead Ostrich, and the Mogwai for the recent follows. Thank you. Okay. Tried to make a nice transition there. So this is a fan mod of this game with enhanced colors. I grew up with Turtles in Time, and the very first arcade fighter that I played was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, like arcade cabinet, but also then the Simpsons arcade game. but I didn't really grow up with this one. Well, of course, my controller likes to do this and sometimes make me restart. That's fine. One sec. One moment. This is totally the type of game that would be really fun to do multiplayer with another streamer. I haven't tried the Twitch guest star thing, but it would be really neat to do that, or use Fightcade to play some beat-em-ups multiplayer. Okay. Should be good.
Let's kick shell!
Let's kick shell! Let's go hard. Just for fun. Color mode, anime, comic. Cool. We'll go with anime for now.
Let's kick shell!
As I mentioned, my first arcade-style fighter, like in the actual arcade, was this. But my first beat-em-up game that I ever played was Double Dragon 2, which was my gateway into the Streets of Rage series and the Final Fight series, all 6 of those games. I still actually haven't even played Streets of Rage 4, but it was such an iconic series for me growing up. I think it'd be really fun to try out. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic there. But yeah, Streets of Rage 4, I've watched a lot of people play. I'd love to. Love to check it out. Okay, Donatello, because this was redeemed by Stegosaurus McCartney. We're gonna rock Don first. The headbang moment right at the beginning. Shredder is shredded. What the hell? Is Dimension X sort of like the hyperbolic time chamber? You can train for a day, but it actually is a year. So it starts off very different. Starts off in the sewers. Excuse me. No, I really enjoyed Shredder's Revenge. I was able to beat it. I played it with a bunch of coworkers. 5 of us played together. And it was fun, but I'd like to revisit it. I feel like playing it with 5 people is very different than this experience, or playing it with one other person, like these games. But I really enjoyed Shredder's Revenge. I love the music, I love the cartoony animations. They went a little more cartoony, but they kept the same heart that these games have. when it came out, everyone was playing it, and I try not to just play a game. I don't want to play a game just because it's a new game. I want to play it because I'm enjoying it. And you know, Pokemon Legends Arceus, for example, is a game that we're still playing. I picked it up after it came out, and I'm just not ready to take a look at Scarlet and Violet yet. Hasn't been enough time between Arceus Legends and Scarlet and Violet. Pizza time. Least favorite enemies. Actually, I'd love to play Shredder's Revenge just 2-player. Just with 2 people. I keep getting shell-shocked. Really? Wow. Ooh.
Shell shock.
Yes. How often do you get lives in this? No, not often. I also love the variety of pizza that they introduce in Shredder's Revenge. They have pizza that heals everybody, pizza that heals you. Different kinds of pizza. Out of the sewers. The fact that they use recolors on the enemies here never really bothered me because they all have their own slightly different maneuvers and movesets and stuff, or weapons, and that was enough as a kid to just be like, oh, more foot soldiers. What were they called in the lackeys from Power Rangers? Was it putties? Or am I thinking of Seinfeld? That was just one putty. I think they're called putties. Shoot, you got an extra life though. See, do you get them every once in a while? Maybe it's like combo based.
Shell shock.
Are they robots? Are the foot soldiers robots? Because the blue ones exploded. Great. Flat. No, all the enemies explode. Interesting. Ooh. Yes. Let's go.
Shell shock.
Well, Dawn of the Living is now Dawn of the Dead. Okay, we'll continue. Continue? We'll go with Mikey now. Oh, you, gotta start from the beginning. Like I said, Mikey's my favorite turtle. He understands that when it's pizza time, it's pizza time. Not that the other turtles don't, but he really gets it. Although some of his ideas for pizza toppings leave much to be desired. Like a good flavor combo or textural balance. Also, when I was a kid, orange is my favorite color, and this green is my second favorite color, so... Oompa Loompas, not the same kind of combo of orange and green. It's been years now, but I remember rewatching the 80s Ninja Turtles animated series. I want to say like, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while. And it still held up. It was actually a really great show to rewatch. Some of those animated shows don't necessarily hold up, but it really does hold up. I mean, there's obviously like not great episodes sprinkled throughout there. It was fun. We watched it with when I lived with Stegosaurus McCartney back in the day. Ooh. Perfect. Oh, come on.
Shell shock.
What? ROULETTE, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Enjoy those emotes. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. As you can see, we're rocking some Ninja Turtles Hyper Stone Heist. Out of the sewers and back into the sewers. Because that's just what we're about. Thanks so much. Feel free to join the Discord if you're not already a member. Yeah, I definitely have a lot more memories with Turtles in Time growing up and playing the arcade version, but it's really cool to play this. It's not the first time we played Hyperstone Heist on the stream, and it's an interactive stream, so you can actually spin the wheel if you want, and we'll play another animal and creature-themed retro game. But it's been almost 2 years since we played Hyperstone Heist. It's a lot of fun. Did I watch a lot of Ninja Turtles when I was young? Yeah, growing up with like 3 other cousins that I grew up with, we collected action figures. So we collected Ninja Turtles action figures. In fact, some of the characters I first was introduced to through the action figure, and then eventually saw them show up on the show. Then later on, as I grew up, going on the internet, going down the rabbit hole of, or maybe the turtle hole of, you know, the comics and just learning about the characters and stuff. I'm a huge fan of animation in general, just classic cartoons in general, and we also do streams in our Discord, cartoon streams from every era of animation. But recently, I rewatched the 80s Ninja Turtles with Stegosaurus McCartney there, and it was a lot of fun. It really holds up. You recently just discovered the comics. Yeah, they're cool. There's a really interesting art style to some of the original ones. It's very gritty. They almost have this sort of, oh, I'm going to get the name wrong now, but I think it's lithograph? Or is it a linograph? Like a print. They almost look like they're kind of carved and then printed with ink. Which is an old school method of creating art. I think it might be lithograph. Remember we watched... Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. When I was roommates with Stegosaurus McCartney. They were roommates? Oh, they were roommates? We did rewatch the 80s series, and it held up. It really did. I did watch a little bit of the 2000s TMNT TV series, and of course you can't encounter the pizza monster without mentioning the pizza monster. The thing that was just diving out of the sewer there that looks like an orange cheese-covered xenomorph or alien. It seems to be pretty common that retro beat-em-ups had a level that included an alien, as well as the inspiration of the alien always took direct inspiration from H.R. Geiger's Xenomorph, so it's pretty funny to see there. But yeah, I really like the TMNT comics. Oh, what? Daryl, you had the Technodrome when you were a kid? Like you had the, was it like a playset? That's crazy. That'd be cool. Yeah, so we got different bosses, different stages than Turtles in Time. It, like, if they were on the same system, I could imagine Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist being carts that you could plug into each other, similar to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like if both games came out for Genesis, I could absolutely see that same technology being used. Oh, you also think you may have had Wrath and Bebop as action figures. Nice. Yeah, I really like the design of Bebop and Rocksteady, as well as Splinter is my favorite. My favorite character overall in the whole series. So it's really cool that you can play as Splinter and April in Shredder's Revenge. Buddy. Rough. Yeah, exactly. The Knuckles game, Sonic and Knuckles, you could slot Sonic 3 into it. But if you could somehow put the Hyperstone heist and Turtles in Time, Turtles in the Hyperstone Time heist. Gotta write that down. Oh damn! Stegosaurus McCartney also had the Ghostbusters fire station growing up. So did you have the? Oh, I should know what it's called. Ecto 1? Is that the name of the old school Ghostbusters mobile? You gave all your toys away though. Yeah, nice. Makes sense. Same with my original NES collection that I got from my uncle. I had to sell it years ago. Not all the games, but the NES. Shell shock.
Shell shock.
That's right. I've been beaten by a bunch of teenage turlets. Turlets? That's Mr. Turlets to you. A mysterious ghost ship. Ooh. It's totally like a Shinobi 3 level. That's got a great soundtrack. Very difficult game. That's one that you said you grew up with, right? My toe, my toe. Oh, jeez. That's rough. Oh. You have the Mighty Collector has the Technodrome and the Firehouse thanks to garage sales. No way. Though the Firehouse is missing just about every removable piece. That's funny. Can you somehow Frankenstein them together into the Techno House? The Firedrome. To the Techno House. Just add a bunch of strobe lights, little mini speakers, and a DJ. Live from the Techno House, DJ Krang. DJ Egon Krang. Exactly. That'd be a hilarious stream. It's just mod, because people mod action figures. There's like a whole culture of people who collect action figures but then modify them and make their own. It'd be so funny if your whole thing was just to mod the playsets that came with old action figures. Just fuse them together. And they're just like individual, unique art pieces. One of one. You think the Firehouse you had was similar? It was very bare bones. Just a shell, basically.
Shell shock.
Oh, speaking of shells. Oh, maybe yours was missing them too. Okay, we tried Don, we tried Mikey. Raph. Ooh, Raph's a bit faster. I guess it had the doors. So did the record store I used to work in. It had the doors. Psh, psh, psh.
Shell shock. Pizza time.
Oh, Shredder. It's a beautiful painting of you, but whoever the hell you hired to hang that thing. Oh. Oh.
Shell shock.
Uncle Shredder. You are not my Shredder. Well, turtles. Will and Carlton are my favorite turtles. The episode when they revealed that Carlton, the 7th turtle, was actually Shredder's son this whole time blew my mind. Blew my mind. I heard they was in a half shell. Somewhere someone told me. These heroes right here, they was in a half shell. Not no full shell. Not no quarter shell. Although, there's some nice quarter shells out there.
Shell shock.
It's just what I heard. Oh, that's when things got really emotional. When Carlton moved into the sewers.
Shell shock.
Yeah, Aunt Viv gets him back, but then she gets turned into a mutant herself. A mutant Triceratops. She gets turned into one of those Triceratops people. I don't know what they're called in they have a specific name in the series. That's when it started to get weird watching the classic series, where they started to introduce the from another dimension. They introduced like these Triceratons or something like that. Like I can buy the rock soldiers like escaping from within the Technodrome and Dimension X into our dimension. It's like, yeah, I'll buy that. But then you start introducing these Triceratops creatures, and then there's like these fairies with like, it's like American Graffiti inspired, driving like, they literally look like Tinkerbell with like 80s sort of hairstyle. Like Tinkerbell meets Hairspray driving a convertible, a space convertible. Very odd characters they start to introduce.
Shell shock.
Oh, interesting. So the firehouse, the Ghostbusters firehouse came with doors, guardrails, the Ghostbusters sign, the fireman's pole, and the containment unit. Mighty's version has the doors and some of the rails. Oh, interesting. Wow. a lot of stuff. But that's like all stuff that's just probably going to get lost over time. Maybe Leo's going to do it for us. You're impressed by signs. Some might say that when you saw the sign, they opened up your eyes. Some might even say that signs, everywhere is a sign. Oh God, show me a sign, show me a sign. And then you close your eyes and immediately you see a yield sign. Or someone shows up and flashes a gang sign. We got shredded again. We should have known that. That was dumb. We fell for the painting trap twice in a row. Here we go. Oh, getting plummeled. Plummeled. Worse than pummeled.
Shell shock.
Yes. I always like the visual aesthetic of the Ghostbusters emblem in this. There's probably some good Ghostbusters comics out there too. Ah, shit, shock.
Shell shock.
Oh. Oh, dang. Another thing we should have been prepared for because we've already done this. We got squeezed twice by the paintings and twice by the barrels.
Shell shock.
So this game doesn't have the double tap dash, but it does have a dash button, which isn't as good in my opinion. I'm a big fan of beat 'em ups that give you the ability to double tap forward and dash into the enemies, because then once you make contact with them, you can press A at the right time and deal even more damage. Just a really nice thing to add to your beat 'em up.
Shell shock.
From a player perspective, at least. From this player's perspective. Love the double tap dash, yeah. I think, perhaps... So Double Dragon 1 does not have it. Double Dragon 2 does. Actually, Double Dragon 1 does have it in the 1v1 fighting two-player mode. But Double Dragon 2 has it. I don't know if River City Ransom has it. I know you were playing that recently. Mighty Collective. Is there a double tap in that? Definitely really enjoying it in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on the Switch.
Shell shock.
Let's see if we can actually survive this.
My toes, my toes.
Oh, jeez. His toe. You're about to mention 1v1 mode. Yeah, exactly. So it's there. It's really nice that they brought over the double tap forward from the 1v1 mode in Double Dragon 1. It's just such a... It's so important to the DNA, I think, of the game. It became such an intrinsic part of beat 'em ups. Oh, we're just getting started. Oh, we are just getting started. Hook it to my veins!
From now on, Barney Gumble's gonna live a life of sobriety.
And here's your prize. A lifetime supply of Duff beer. Hook it to my veins!
Don't cry for me, I'm already dead.
Look at this, Moon Doom mode, folks. We just got ourselves an extra life. But Moon Doom mode is when I don't know, zone out or stop paying attention. And we get ourselves into a situation where we are in an unintentional one-hit KO mode. So a situation where we can't take any hits. We will die immediately if we get hit. And for some reason, my gamer brain magnetizes towards that for some reason. Gravitates towards it. Towards that state. And I like to call it Moon Doom mode. I've done a few one-hit KO challenges, and they're very specific and intentional. But the non-intentional moments just seem to follow me. Oh, you hate your Wi-Fi right now? That sucks. Is it cutting in and out for you?
Shell shock.
Ah, shell shock. Okay, let's try this again. I want to try the other colors. This was the anime colors. Let's try the comic colors and see. And then we'll potentially spin that wheel. Unless someone does it before I get to it. That was a funny situation. I went to drink coffee, take a sip, and I didn't even hit my mouth at all. You know, an airplane where they're like, Annie's got a drinking problem, and the guy just takes the water and just dumps it on his head? That's literally what just happened right now. with my coffee.
Let it out.
I think you change it here.
Let it out.
Let's start with Raph. Oh, there we go. We got the comic colors. Interesting. I always went with the anime colors when I played this game. Or Turtles in Time. How about you? Let me know in the comments, the YouTube comments, or in the chat. Oh, so the shoutouts don't work anymore. Did Grandmaster Farmer evolve into a Grandmaster player? Nice. Oh, looks like we got two Grandmaster. Maybe it's the same person, who knows? How do you shout out again? So you did it right, except that those commands are just turned off right now. Those are the same commands as like when we get raided or followed or someone subs, like ROULETTE earlier. There's like little animations and stuff. All that's turned off. I'm trying to figure out a better way to handle that behind the scenes, bot-wise. So if you go slash, like / instead of exclamation mark, and then write shoutout, all one word, instead of command SO, that'll be the Twitch version. Oh, we're just beginning. We are just beginning. Pizza time. Oh yeah. You've been farming since 1479, yo. It's a shame. I was going to ask you about what farming was like in 1460. You wouldn't be the person to ask.
Shell shock.
I hate these enemies. They're not fun. In reality, like, if these things existed in reality, they'd be very annoying to have to handle and deal with. No matter what bladed weapon you have. You just had to double check if Double Dragon 2 had the double tap dash. That's a lot of doubles in one sentence. Did it make you double back? Were we so wrong that you doubled over in pain? You're about to feel stupid if you've been trying to beat it this whole time without a useful technique. It's not there. I have a feeling it's not there. I have a feeling they introduced it in Double Dragon 3, not Double Dragon 2. I feel like I misspoke. That sucks that your Wi-Fi's not working. You're seeing double here. Double Dragon 3. Apparently they added a third character to Double Dragon 3. What the hell? Bimmy, Jimmy, and what? Limmy? Your father would be proud. It's pronounced train. It's train. Bimmy, Jimmy, and Lemmy.
Shell shock.
Let's go. It's working now. Good, I'm glad it's working now. You ordered a double-double, and then they gave me a double-double-double-double. It's because the person you ordered it from wasn't wearing their glasses. Okay, here's a good question of the day for the Twitch chat or for YouTube. If you could double any game, what game would you double? And you can interpret that question however the heck you want. Would you double Beautiful Joe 2 and make it Beautiful Joe 4? Just skip 3 entirely? Would you double Quest 64 and make it Quest 128? Up the bitage, up the graphics. Would you double Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and create Super Smash Bros. For the 6DS? For a 6-dimensional handheld gaming system? I've not had the time to watch the unofficial sequel to Snow White. I've not had the time yet, unfortunately. Grumpy's Revenge, the Electric Boogaloo. I like the third one, Snow White 3, Dopey's Conquest. Everyone thinks it's Dopey Kong's Quest, but no, it's Dopey's Conquest. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Don't die. Leo, we need you. We need you. You're important. Okay. Out of the sewers. Out of the sewers and onto the street. Then we're gonna go back down to the sewers after this. If we can survive, look, we're in Moon Doom mode again. Unintentionally. That's it. Out of the sewers and into the frying pan. Turtle soup. Are you making soup in a frying pan? Yes. What have you? Dude, Shredder's weird. He's stirring it with his blades, with his hand blades. That's not gonna cook down. Turtle soup. Yeah, you're not gonna want to use. You're not gonna want to be using a metal tool to scrape against that that pan. That's not a good idea. Turtle soup. Why is the dumpster so full? It's because the street art in this city, U.S. jail. This is a corrupt version of New York we live in here. No one picks up garbage. U.S. jail. This is set in his Escape from New York universe. Imagine if you could unlock Snake Plissken. That'd be great. It'd be such a weird unlockable character, but I'd be down. And is there an Escape from New York or Escape from LA video game that exists out there? Is there an official licensed game? Because I know there isn't one for Big Trouble in Little China. Or there is. Maybe there's like an old PC, Amiga, or like Commodore 64 game. But I would totally play an Escape from New York. Escape from... and before everyone says, just play Metal Gear Solid. Snake. 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 Oh, I hate snakes. Just as many movie references as possible. Oh, Donnie boy, you're the last turtle we're gonna use. I would definitely like to play more games based off of John Carpenter movies. Like a They Live beat 'em up would be perfect. You could put on the glasses. Like to be able to swap between putting on the glasses and taking them off would be really cool. And then there would actually have to be enemies that you'd have to not attack because you'd need to know if they're actually aliens in disguise. Or if they were just humans going about their business. That would be really neat. Ooh, there's an Escape from New York board game. Be cool. I would 100% play a They Live side-scrolling beat 'em up like this. I would also 100% play an RPG based off of The Thing. Like an old school JRPG, but base it off The Thing. I think there's totally a ton of potential there. Is one of the spaces when Snake cuts the dude's head off with the gardening shears? Wait, what? Oh, in the board game. That's one of the cards you get. You remember that traumatized you seeing that as a kid? From the original Escape from New York. Did I block that out? I feel like I should remember something like that. You never wanted to do gardening ever again? The sheer thought of it. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Big Trouble in Little China. I wonder what type of game. I mean, it could work as a beat 'em up, as a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but I think it'd be really cool to like have racing segments, stealth segments, because once they're in the final boss, like basically you'd have to have a stage that was like a beat 'em up, because at the end of that movie, it feels as close to an actual beat 'em up like game or beat 'em up movie, if you want to call it that. When they go through the different stages, as you can get. Like Enter the Dragon has that same vibe as well. There's a little bit of a video gamey sort of a feel, certain aspects of the film. And you know, even not being based off of a video game, it just has that sort of vibe. So you could totally introduce some stages near the end that were like this, but it'd be cool to have some like racing stages, maybe with the truck, some stealth stages before the beat 'em ups parts. Like Big Trouble in Little China has a lot of potential as a video game, and just as like an sort of extended universe if you wanted to make a sequel to it or a comic. Yes. Yes. Extra life. Pizza Monster time. Ooh. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing a co-op of this, or Turtles in Time, or both. If anyone's interested in doing that, setting up a time where it works for both of us, it could be a fun stream. You are too immature to hang with me. Bonesaw is ready. Oh, get out of here.
shock.
Squooshed. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin that wheel. Let's do it. A 10th. A. We are spinning the wheel and it's landing on game number 335. 335 is going to have a switch over. Cool. Baby T-Rex on the Super Famicom. Folks, we're going full circle because Baby T-Rex is Radical Rex. It's just known as Baby T-Rex in other regions. It's the same game we started with. It just has a different title. Let's spin it again. 351. Oh, cool. It is Contra, but it's a ROM hack of Contra called Contra Red Falcon. I think we might have played this one. There's a whole bunch of different Contra ROM hacks that have animal names in the title, actually. This beat is going hard right now. Yeah, hell yeah. Before I know it, I'm a full-time Radical Rex. I'm a full-time Radical Rex. Radical Rex. Oh no, help! Contra Red Falcon up next. Now there's a chance to be a big shot, but as soon as I start playing Contra, you'll see I don't got what it takes to be good at video games, because I suck at Contra games. Even though I try to play those games, I always immediately die. Some people can't Contra. To some people, Contra is Contra. Contrary to popular belief. It's not going to be easy. This is a hack from 2018. So 30 years after this game came out. And already 5 years. Five years ago. Whew. Oh yeah, this is gonna be it's gonna be rough. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want a good Contra streamer, go check out Mighty Collector. If you want to give Mighty Collector another shout out. Lots of cool challenges there. Although I will say I've been having a lot more fun with the Contra series just in general. More recently than I ever have as a kid. Especially with Contra 3 Alien Wars. That one really hooks me in. And it didn't for so long. But recently my recent visits to that game, 100% down. Yeah, that's right, we can't jump. Ah, F. F. Damn. Oh, so friggin' lucky. Contra 3 is so hard unless you play the Japanese version. I really liked it. I definitely didn't get super far in it, but I really enjoyed my time with it. So this would be a fun game to play 2-player as well on Fightcade, because I feel, but it would also be way more hectic. You know, even though I've been really enjoying playing Vampire Survivor recently, if we're talking about hectic games visually. Contra 2-player would be really hectic, I think. Although I've never really attempted it. Try me. Ooh. Yes. That's epic. Some of the other Contra hacks that we played on the stream have been a lot harder. Whew. Okay, that was a good strat. Fall through there. Oh, look at this. That's wild. The machine gun is great, just because you can hold it and get the rapid fire going. You know what else is epic? A long poem, typically one derived from ancient oral tradition, narrating the deeds and adventures of heroic or legendary figures, or the history of a nation. Mighty Collector says, never heard of this one, but I played the one called Revenge of the Red Falcon, I think. That was pretty rough. Ooh, maybe this is... I think that's the one we played. Because the Falcon is very familiar. Maybe this one was the first one that they made, and then Revenge of the Red Falcon was the sequel. Perhaps. Be curious to look into that, if it was the same creator. That was luck. That really was luck. Can't make that jump, huh? And you can't make this one. No. Whew. Oh, you can't go back. It's like Super Mario Brothers. What the hell? The whole world is closing in. Moon, don't ever get forced married to a ghost without falling for them first. Duly noted. Did that happen? Are you speaking from experience? If so, I'm sorry. I would ask how you marry a ghost, but I'm pretty sure Tim Burton delved into that with Corpse Bride already. Oh, that's the worst. Pretty much. Not officially, but pretty much. See, this is one of those games that the music's, playing at its normal pace. But in my head, I'm hearing it like... And ganged. I like it. Ooh. Oh. I was not ready for that. Wow. All right. Damn it. Yeah, little ledge grab moment. I like it ganged though. Ah, shit, did you hear? Instead of like, Johnny joined a gang. Johnny's in a gang. You're like, oh shit, you hear? Johnny's enganged. He's been enganged. Shit. No, I'm just not officially married to my partner, but basically. Your name is Johnny Cool. Your name is Johnny Cool. Joe Cool. Do you remember? Does anyone remember those old cartoons with Snoopy? The Joe Cool cartoons. Joe Cool, he's out getting groceries. He's no fool. Going for Johnny. Joe Cool. Oh. I saved it like right before it was transitioning to the game over screen. Perfect. Perfect. This is always really cool. It was always so cool when Contra changed the perspective from level 1 to 2. I would love upgrades. It seems like they're trying to make this harder than the original Contra. I mean, I don't know how much harder this is than the original Contra, though. This feels like it's not deviating too much, but Revenge of the Red Falcon, or the one that I seem to remember playing most recently, was super difficult. And no, we're not going to do the Konami code. One, because I can't remember it right now, and two, I don't often put the code in. Whoa, speaking of putting the code in, Moose Bones coming in with that raid. What is up? Happy Tuesday. How's it going, everyone? Tuesday is my Friday night, so it's the beginning of my weekend. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Matt, otherwise known as 3 Up Moon. It's not Johnny. It's not Joe Cool. But it's Matt. Welcome in. Hope you had an awesome stream over on Nash's channel. And if we can get a shout out, let's get that shout out over to Moose Bones. We are playing retro games tonight. We started off, well, what did we start off with? We started off with He's my rad, he's my rad, he's my real cool Radical Rex. Radical Rex. And then we also ended up playing some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. It was a fan mod with some enhanced colors. Right now we're playing Contra, but we're playing Contra Red Falcon. There's a whole bunch of really cool ROM hacks of the original Contra on NES, and we were just reminiscing about how, waxing poetically about how terrible I am at Contra games, but having some very close call moments. If you're new to the channel, I stream every single day from about 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, and on Wednesdays and Thursdays I stream from 10 a.m. Pacific, and I do this series called the Retro Roulette. Anyone can spin the wheel for 420 moonstones or channel points, and whenever the wheel is spun, I have to play whatever game's next. So we've been doing animal-themed games, whether it's in the title, like the game we're playing right now, or the characters you're playing are animals or creatures. It's our biggest wheel yet, and we have over 1,400 games in the list, but we also do sci-fi and space-themed games. We do food and cooking and eating-themed games, and I also love playing randomizers and roguelikes, so games that are different every time you dive in. I'm a huge fan of games like that. I work for a mobile game dev company. I'm a drummer, and I make ambient music as well, so lots of different stuff going on. If you want to join the Discord channel, you can. And we're going to mess around with Contra here. Contra Red Falcon. And maybe the wheel gets spun, and maybe we play something else. I was just talking about how I really enjoy the perspective change in the Contra games, but as a kid, I definitely, this was just way too much for me to handle. But recently, I've been getting into Contra 3, and specifically in the past I've played Contra 3 and not really enjoyed myself and kind of wanted to move on to another game or something like that. But recently, like the last 4 or 5 times I've played Contra 3, I've been really enjoying the game. I feel like I definitely slept on it for sure. Make a food stream channel. We do have a section to chat about food over in our Discord. I feel like I would have to make a, if I made a food channel, it would have to be like 3-up food. But then it would be even funnier to make a food channel that's only about bad food and call it Throw Up Food. Hi everyone, welcome to twitch.tv/throwup_food. Today I gotta eat this disgusting concoction. You voted for it. You cooked it and booked it. Oh, you want to watch me cook, grill, or bake food live? All 3. Cook mushrooms. Grill spaghetti. Bake carrots. Ah, shit. Can I get a respin? Grilled spaghetti. And you can't boil it first. Just straight up grilled. Better be fresh pasta. I want to see those grill marks. Wow, you flew in that grill? From Italy? Damn. Not the ingredients, the tools. You fly in the equipment. That's how gourmet you are. Oh, that is rough. I feel like I'm much better at Contra than I was as a kid, but still, my Lanta, this is tough. Yes. Now Contra's hungry. Contra eat. We also played Rampage on the Sega Master System, which is very different than the NES one. It was one of the other games that we got. Oh. Sounds like my headphones are like dying here because the audio keeps cutting out, but it's not cutting out for people. I know it isn't. I know it isn't. I swears. Oh. This is not easy. I was saying before the raid that I can't imagine playing Contra 2 player. I feel like it'd be so tough. But I'm kind of interested in trying it out. I want to get more into doing collaborations with other streamers, so if anyone's interested in doing something like that, like a beat 'em up, a b'em up or a shmup, a beam up or a sheem up. I want a dance 'em up game. I want to beat 'em up, but it's like on the beat. It's a rhythm game. Different kind of beat 'em up. Now, tomorrow I'll be streaming from 10 a.m. Pacific. This Friday I'm going to be trying at 10 a.m. as well. I'm going to be trying out the Ancient Dungeon mod of Legend of Zelda NES. I've been wanting to try out more randomizers this year. The channel just hit our 2-year anniversary in January. And I've been, wanting to just branch out into different games, and I've been specifically wanting to try the Legend of Zelda NES randomizer. But then this mod came out, and the very first thing I streamed on the channel was the Ancient Cave mode in the Earthbound randomizer. It throws the story out the window, which is a shame to do to Earthbound because it's got a great story, but starts you with all 4 party members, and starts you in Nessa's room, but as soon as you enter a door, it's going to start randomizing the entrances. So it takes every room and compartmentalizes the whole game into an 8-level labyrinth, and you got to sort of build and follow the maze as you go along. You still are looking for shiny spots, and each shiny spot's going to contain a boss, and you also are still looking for the melodies, like the 8 melodies, whatever you want to call them. So you're finding those, and then you end up taking on Gygus. For our 1-year anniversary, we ended up doing a second run of that. And this year we did something different for our 2-year anniversary stream. A bunch of Mario randomizers. But Ancient Cave mode's really interesting. It exists in Final Fantasy IV, 5, and 6. There's some mods people have made which have you basically enter a dungeon, and it's not necessarily randomly generated, but it's something similar. And then, inspired by that, someone made this Zelda NES one, so I'm really excited to try it out. I'm a big fan of the Binding of Isaac, just going through the randomly generated dungeons. So that'll be this Friday. Ooh. We're better than that. God dang. That stuff. Just all about finding the right spot, though. I knew it. I knew as soon as I was going to jump. I was going to jump right into the bullet. It's ridiculous. F. F indeed. Oh, yeah. Get out of my face. 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 Get the funk out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. That's right. Save states all day. Fuck. Found the sweet spot, lost it. So close. Woo-hoo. This is one big slice of cake. I'll say that. I'll give you that. Whew. Fuck off. What was I exactly like gonna do there? Come on. Oh, shit. Fuck you. Nope. Not today. For you, it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Fold it in half, you know? Just friggin' fold it in half. Feel free to join our Discord if you're a fan of cartoons, old comics. We do indie game streams there. We have been doing Dicey Dungeons, which is a fantastic game. Vampire Survivors, another fantastic game. And it's the place to find out when I'm going to stream next and what I'm going to stream next. And you can also like vote on stuff coming up as well. So feel free. Onto the perspective shift, and we're going to die immediately. Great. Yep. Wow. We did it. Yay. For like 2 seconds. Oh. Ooh. No, I want the machine gun. We gotta hold on to it. No, it's a bad spot to be. Ooh. That is rough. I think for now, just because we've been going past the 3-hour mark, my streams don't usually go for super long in the evening. But I just want to say thanks again to Two-Tone 8 and Moosebones. If you're not following Moosebones, please go give them a follow, and same with Two-Tone 8. I want to do a shout out here. If you're new to the channel, again, my name is Matt, otherwise known as 3UpMoon. Feel free to join the Discord. And also, thank you for hanging out. If you were supporting Nash and supporting Moosebone's channel, and also supporting Matt over on Two-Tone's channel as well. And they rhyme. Moose Tone, Two Bones. Thank you for supporting them. I appreciate it. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, I will be live, and we'll be doing more of this, but we might change the theme up. Also, we've been playing some Super Mario 64 randomizer, which has been a lot of fun. Shifting up where all of the stars and all the coins are going to be, and where each painting takes you. You can find all my live streams up on YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching this long. This is episode 39 of just our animal and creature themed wheel. All of my streams are there in playlists if you want to check out some of the other themes for the Retro Roulette stream. If you want to go watch me play some Mario RPGs. We did Mario RPG, Paper Mario, and Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga in full. And you can go check out every single stream on your own time. Thanks again, everyone. We're going to play some music. We had a really good array of games today. Specifically, today was really great. Like a couple episodes ago, we just played Donkey Kong Country 2, ROM hack of it, which was also fantastic as well. But it's always really nice, I think, to be able to just sit and enjoy a variety of animal and creature themed games. Thank you again to ROULETTE for the Prime sub, to Grandmaster Player 4, Lead Ostrich for the follows, Two Tone 8 for the bits and the raid, and of course Moose Bones for the raid, Carefree Bomb for the shout out, Rush Pirate for the shout out, and the Mogwai for the recent follow. Ooh, we got lots of people streaming right now. You know what, let's go visit our friend the Fenris Wolf. We were talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus recently. They're playing some Scarlet and Violet. I haven't dipped into Scarlet and Violet yet. The Fenris Wolf does a lot of indie games as well as roguelikes. And it's a really fun channel to go hang out there. Good space. I will see everyone there. I will see you in the Discord, or I will see you in the next part, or tomorrow morning. Many different ways you will see the moon. I'm sure I will still be there when you look up. Take care. Thanks again, everyone. Happy Tuesday.